Welcome to another episode of Bella in Your Business. My name is Bella Vasta, and today I literally just got off a coaching call and knew exactly what I wanted to talk to you guys about. I want to give a big shout out to Adriana for a great coaching call together. And we talked about something that I wanted to share with you guys today, and that's basically what to do when you're inspired. Because here's the thing, I hear all the time, Bella, you're so inspiring, you're so motivating. And I'm like, that's great, but you can't take that to the bank, you guys. And today I'm going to blow the lid off of that because there's a lot of things that you're listening to this podcast, which is so super great. You know about a lot of the things that I talk about. You've heard about a lot of it. You say, I binge on Bella, but where is what have you produced? What have you produced? Because I love hearing the feedback that you guys are saying that you love all this stuff, but what have you done? I want to know right now. Write me. What have you done? Bella@jumpconsulting.net. I've told you about all of these amazing stories about how people in the mastermind are doing things like, hiring 3 or 4 people at once and getting them all through the interview and training process within 1 week. What? Yeah, because all throughout COVID, they were actually working on it. But I don't need to beat you over the head about that because you already know, you've heard the stories. So as I was on this coaching call, something was brought up that, some of your friends and families or people in other groups might tell you, oh, just figure it out as you go. No. Don't do that. Please don't do that. If you figure it out as you go, that's no better than just falling on your face and trying to go, skateboarding, and you've never been skateboarding before with no pads or helmet or anything on. You're going to get bruised, bled up, and you're going to have like gravel in your skin from road rash. Guys, don't do that. Figure it out as you go is probably the worst thing that you can do. You want to know why? Because you're going to spend money in a lot of different random places that you don't remember, or you didn't get an ROI, or return on investment. Or the very worst thing is you're going to waste a lot of time. Last I checked, a lot of you aren't running around saying, oh, I've got so much time on my hands. So I know you're running around right now, and I hope that you're either celebrating the fact that you've spent all of 2020 creating those systems and processes so that you can onboard fast both clients and new employees, or you have realized that you are needing to brush up on all of those skills. In any case, being motivated or inspired but with no action means nothing. Nothing. Every episode I give you guys a goal to do, or I ask you to focus on one thing. And I really want to encourage you to take that seriously. I don't want you to just keep listening. I love the fact that you listen. Don't get me wrong. And I love the fact when you share it. And I love the fact when you share it on social and all those other things. But do not figure that you can just do it as you go. And the reason why people say, oh, just figure it out. Everything's, you just figure it out as you go. It's the worst time and money suck. And what I said when this person told me this is, yeah, how big was their business? How successful were they? How much money did they have in their bank account? And she kind of looked at me and she was like, it's not really that good, Bella. I'm like, okay, well, that just brings me to my next point of consider your source. Guys, if you want to know what you do when you when you're inspired, it's surround yourself with other inspiring people. Get in a community of people that are going to help achieve your goals with you. You don't always want to be the bigger person. Sometimes you want people that are quote unquote bigger than you. You want to be surrounded by a bunch of winners and not a bunch of naysayers and Debbie Downers and Karens that tell you every which way to Sunday that you can't do something. When things like virtual consultations or virtual interviews actually come up and the majority of the industry is balking at that idea, there's other people that are doing it successfully and growing their company and their staff, therefore not working 14-hour days, and they're actually taking vacations with their family right now. I've never seen so many of my 6-figure companies taking vacations than ever before. Yes, maybe that's what the whole world is also doing right now, so it is on trend, if you will, but I know a lot of other people that are getting suffocated by their business. It does not have to be that way. You listen to these podcasts and you get motivated and you inspired, but what do you do with it? I am begging you, do something with it. I want to see you join a community. I want to see you state your goals to someone who actually cares. I want you to state your goals to someone who knows what an actual goal is. I want you to state your goals to someone who actually is going to ask you about your goals and how you are doing. I want you to be around people who are fighting through challenges. I want you around people who have a healthy relationship with fear. Fear is always going to be there. It's there for me. It's there for you, but it's different. The difference is what we do with it. Does it paralyze you? Does it make you not do anything or not make decisions, or do you make decisions? The biggest thing that you need to do as a business owner is make a decision, even if it's the wrong decision. You gotta keep moving forward. What do you do when you get inspired? I hope that you move forward. I hope that you try something. I hope that listening to this podcast gives you the feeling that you can do something. And then you can jump in with Mel Robbins. Have any of you guys read Mel Robbins, the 5-second rule? Count down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and do it. You have to psych yourself up to do it. You have to get that momentum going, because once that momentum goes, you're going to actually do it. You know what happens when people are scared of things? They step out and they do it. They realize that what they were scared about wasn't really that big of a deal. You also can think about what's the worst thing that can happen. You get done with a podcast of mine, you're inspired, you're motivated, and you're not sure what to do when you're inspired. Take a step forward. Guys, I sincerely appreciate you listening to this podcast. I love hearing your feedback, but I beg you to do something with it. A lot of you guys are doers, but I know there's a lot of you lurking in the shadows right now that are just listening, and you're doing the dog walk and you're tired. You are so tired. You might be really hungry while you're listening to this. Your stomach might be growling. You might be dehydrated. You probably didn't get enough water. If you have water near you, go ahead and drink it right now, please. It is the summer. You might be really tired. You might be up late worrying about something. You might be going through a divorce. Your kids might be struggling. You might be feeling like you're getting pulled in every other direction, and you don't even know who you are, let alone who your business is. Life was not meant to be like that. And if you're a jumper, it's my goal in life to show you that there is hope. I have been put on this earth to inspire hope into this world. It just so happens that it happens to be a lot of pet sitters and dog walkers. I'm telling you guys, you can do it. But you have to be around other people that are doing it. Because when you are inspired, you have that crazy idea. You started this business for a reason. That reason was usually to have security and to have the availability to make choices in your life. And quite honestly, that's all that business does. It should afford you choices in life. It should not be a bondage to you. I don't believe that. So what do you do when you get inspired? Get around other people that are inspiring. Get around other people that are doing things that you don't quite understand, and it might feel a little uncomfortable. Let's talk about that for a minute. How uncomfortable are you? When was the last time you were uncomfortable? The reason why I love scuba diving is because, I get uncomfortable. I throw up on the side of the boat, you guys. If you haven't followed me on IG, I have some stories on there, but I throw up on the side of a boat. Yeah. My ears hurt so bad. I have an equalization problem that I have been able to overcome. So I know it's possible. I have all of these really bad self-doubts come through my brain, and I hate not being good at stuff. I really do. It pushes me outside my comfort zone. So it isn't salsa dancing and West Coast swing. I don't have equalization problems there, right? I grew up dancing. I love that music. It makes my body move. But am I good? No. I feel like a Mack truck, like barreling things over. It makes me wildly uncomfortable. But I get around people that are doing it much better than I am. And I get to have the opportunity to fight back all of those negative thoughts that keep me in my normal routines. I know as your coach that I need to be uncomfortable, and I need to seek out times to be uncomfortable, because that's where I grow. And that's what I want you guys to do. So what do you do when you get inspired? Get uncomfortable. Make steps, move forward, do things that you're not used to doing. Prove to yourself that you are worthy, that you can do things. You can do hard things that you didn't think you were going to do. But these are the things that you do for yourself. I'm not talking about doing hard things like go through cancer or nurse a loved one back to health or something to yourself, right? I'm talking about doing things intentionally to grow your mind and your brain. Because when you're inspired and you don't know what to do, if you have this confidence that you've built up inside of yourself because you've been uncomfortable so many times, you get comfortable with being uncomfortable. And then you know that you can do anything. And then when you hear these podcasts and you listen to things and you figure out what to do when you get inspired, you go and do them because you know that you can do hard things. It's conditioning your mind. It is reading and listening to books. I do Audible. I think I've told you guys that before. It is surrounding yourself with people that are also doing the same thing that you and that actually care about you. This is your direct invitation to join the mastermind. The mastermind is the sponsor of this podcast, if you have not realized that yet. The mastermind is what makes me being able to sit here and do this and then pay my team to create all the graphics and edit the podcast and produce the podcast and do all of that possible. It is because of the mastermind. What do you do when you get inspired? Do you just not do anything? Go on to the next thing on your to-do list? What is one thing that you're going to do today? I want to hear back from you. I want you to email me, bella@jumpconsulting.net, or I want you to tag me in wherever you heard this podcast. But I want you to be inspired and motivated into action. If you don't take action, nothing's going to change. I'm going to just drop it there. This is going to be a short episode. You guys are absolutely amazing. If you do follow me in the weekly emails, the intensives for Washington, D.C. are now booked up. I've got the slots that I had available, 2 8-hour slots available to just tear it up all day long in an Airbnb with someone. Those are now taken. I did a couple last month in Chicago. Those are absolutely amazing. I can't believe I get to do what I do because it is so exciting to me. I get so excited to be in your business and do all of this. If that sounds like anything of interest to you, let me know, because maybe I'm coming to a city near you soon. But it basically ends up that I'm doing about 2 of these a month now and flying around and doing them up. So if that is something that you want Bella in your business physically, let's do it. Email me at bella@jumpconsulting.net. You guys, what do you do when you get inspired? Let me know. Because it's not just enough to be inspired or motivated. You have to change that. You have to translate that into action. I love you guys. Remember to always keep jumping. Bye now.